welcome to Benjamin Franklin Elementary Kindergarten Classroom. I'm going to make this video for you today, and we're going to start by just doing a quick go around of everything I have on my walls. So as you can see, there are tons of colors because my kids love to see that and they're still learning their colors. We have an alphabet wall. We have a focus wall. This is where I put up all of my curriculum for reading and language arts. We have our numbers. Okay, so this is, I'll come back to this in a little bit, but this is my desk. Then over here where I keep books that I read to the children, this is an organizer. These are books that I work with the kids with. This is my mailbox system. I'll come back to that as well. Here are more books for the children to use, for myself. Over here, this long table is my art station. I'll come back to that as well. Over here we have math manipulatives. Behind this door, we have puzzles. It's a mess right now, but we do a lot of puzzle work in kindergarten. It teaches so many things. We have 2 restrooms in my class. Here's one. This is my sink area. The kids have a water fountain. I have another bathroom. As we keep going, we come over to my really nice storage closet. Most of our classrooms do not have a storage closet. I'll show you that in a little bit as well. We come over here, I have a big word wall, which the kids use to reference when they're looking up words they don't know. We have my happy home. This is one of the children's favorites. I come over here, this is an emergency exit. I typically don't use this door, but it is available. Closets, another bookshelf. These are books that they can come get at their own discretion. I have colors and bright numbers. The colors, the blue, green, and pink rectangular shapes are what I write their names on. These are their cubbies. The things on the top are just simply things I use. This is a cubby. This is where they put their backpacks, their crown boxes, their coats, lunch boxes. So here, and I'll come back to these as well, this is where I have my rules. This is my behavior chart, our objective chart, and we're back at the front door. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's first talk about technology. You're gonna see me move the camera quite a bit so we can jump from thing to thing. First, I have a projector. I come over here and I pull my screen down. And anything I show on my computer, I then can show to my whole class on the projector screen. I also, for technology, I have a radio. We do a ton of singing in kindergarten. I come over here, this is called an Elmo. I can place a document here and then it projects up onto the screen as well. I usually pull this cart out so I can stand and teach here while my children are on the carpet or at their tables. I have my desktop computer. This is called a thin client. I can work from my seat and have that project on as well. We also have Chromebooks and we also have Apple TVs that we use often. This is my teacher desk. I try to keep it very simple. I take important documents and I post up there. Anything that I need to know pertaining to something for the school-wide. I have a chair. My teacher desk, I have speakers that project throughout the classroom. That would be our technology. So then let's talk about some rules. So back over here, we have rules. I can follow directions quickly. I can walk quietly in a line. I can raise my hand to speak. I can stay in my seat. I can keep my hands and feet to myself, and I can always do my best. So the students at the beginning of the year learn these rules, and I do some hand motions with them. Typically, we focus on 3 rules in the beginning, and we add as we go on, because in kindergarten 6 rules would be too many for them to learn at once. Right underneath the rules, we have a clip chart. So how this works, every student has a clip. We put it on the green ready to learn box, and as they make good choices, they move up the clip chart, and as they make poor choices, they move down the clip chart. And that starts over every single day. If they make it to the top, which is super student, they get to pick something from our treasure box. That is toys, little knickknacks, crowns, coloring books, things that they could take home. As you go down the clip chart, we have think about it, teacher's choice, and parent contact. Parent contact would have to be for something that, if somebody hurt another child, those types of things, but typically kids don't get all the way to the bottom. And if they do, usually I have the principal and her support as to how I should address what they're doing. If we also want to talk about discipline, there are things that help in my classroom so that I don't have these discipline issues, such as we have the carpet. This is such an easy tool because every student has their own square. You reduce a ton of your little piddly hands and feet to themselves if they have a square. Every student has their own chair. So having your own space reduces a lot of the discipline issues in kindergarten. We also have these wonderful floor spots. So each kid has a number, and they have a specific spot when it's like free work time or free play time to sit on their assigned number. And those help academically, that helps numbers, that helps discipline, that helps behavior management. That's one of my favorite things in my classroom. Another thing that I have loved and I would recommend in any classroom would be these things that hang above my tables. The room has been cleaned, so they're slightly off right now. So this table that should actually be moved over a tad bit is called my purple table. See how I have purple things hanging above? Then I have a green table, an orange table, pink, blue, and red. So during the day, oftentimes I'll say, okay, purple table, you may get your supplies. So then I only have 4 children up moving around at one time. Or I could say green table, you guys are going to go to Happy Home today. So then those students know. It's so nice to have a color to call out. It also helps reinforce colors. It also helps them give choices because I do have fun seats for my children. That's called flexible seating. Like I let them sit on bouncy balls. None of that stuff is out right now because it is the summer and we put it away for cleaning. But we let them sit on bouncy balls. We let them sit on stools, and those also correlate to the table colors. So if you sit at the blue table, the stool that you're going to be sitting on is blue. We have my curriculum is found on the computer. I also have all of these books up here go with our curriculum. I use these in my teacher station. It's called Wonders. These books are called decodable readers, and that means that they are all words that they can sound out for themselves. I'm going to go back to that storage closet so I can show you the rest of the curriculum. I typically access my curriculum online and pull it up that way, but we do have hard copies as well. This is my storage closet. I have all the seating is up here, the stools. My curriculum is kept in this. So we have units like this. And if I were to flip through, you would see all of the different things that we do in our reading, but you will see that in my PowerPoint. Let's talk centers next. So in kindergarten, we do a ton of center time. Let's first talk about my STEM centers. STEM are all of these wonderful manipulatives that the students get to play with. But as they're playing, they think they're just playing, but they're actually using their minds to build and create and come up with so many great things that are so academic, but yet they feel like they're just playing, which they need. Next, we have my more academic centers. So I have all these tubs right here. The pink tubs are math tubs. Excuse me. We do math in the morning. And on Friday mornings, the kids get to pull out a tub. They have a partner and they work on an activity that's in the tub. So one of my tubs has like these link chains and flashcards that have math problems. So then they would build the math problem and come up with the answer. All of the tubs are hands-on. They use Play-Doh in these tubs. The white tubs are writing tubs. Now, writing tubs are not what you would think. They are not like handwriting. It's building your motor skills. We use keyboards to practice typing. There are puzzles. It's all language arts related, but we tie it into our writing time. We have a station called Word Work. Word Work, they use magnetic letters, they build words, they write names, they do things like this. I also have, it's at home for the summer being cleaned, but I have a big whiteboard that goes on the bottom as well for Word Work. It goes here. Okay, so then we come over here to my writing station, and writing station simply works on handwriting and things that deal with writing. And I have a volunteer grandparent and they just sit here, and then the writing materials are pulled out daily. My Happy Home is the next station. Happy Home is exactly what it looks like. The kids get to pretend, dramatic play, fun time. They have a tool bench, they have a grill, they have stuffed animals, baby dolls, cleaning supplies, refrigerator, food, anything that they can replicate to be a home. And we monitor this to make sure that they're playing nicely and if they are working with their friends, but we sit back and we watch how they interact with each other, and it's one of my favorite stations. This long table is my art station, and my art station has a box that has supplies, and then we have more supplies over here. They get to build anything and everything they want with scissors, glue, construction paper, all sorts of things like that. And that's a free art. This is a creative station. We have my table. At my table, I would use those decodable readers I showed you, and I would use those at my table and meet with small groups. We also have an iPad station. I forgot to mention that during technology. And that would be on their own. We have specific apps that they can use that are differentiated to their levels, and we use iPads. Okay, let's come back and show you our daily schedule. My PowerPoint will go over in depth our daily routine, so we won't talk much about it now. But so here's my schedule. We get here, we do morning work, we have calendar, then it's math, then we have reading and language arts, then we go to recess and lunch, and those happen. We have a playground and a cafeteria. We do read alouds, then we have social studies, science, and health. It depends on the week. Then we also have Encore, which is where they travel to another classroom. That would be library, PE, music, art, computer lab. Then we have IE, which stands for intervention and enrichment. We have a snack, and then we go home. So we come over here. We also have student jobs. Those I use clips and I hang them in this little bag. This will be different this year because we won't be allowed to do this with the pandemic, but typically when they come in the morning, they either shake hands, fist bump, hug, we dance, high five, or we do an elbow hello to kind of just warm up the morning. The students love that. So we come over here to calendar time. This is a big portion of kindergarten math, as you can see. So we have a clock. We have, let's count the days. So I would add a straw for day 1, and I'd have a 1. I'd add a straw the next day, and this is a way that they learn to count hundreds, tens, and ones. We talk about the weather every day. We sing songs that have to do with the days of the week and the months of the year. This is another way that we count days, and when we get to 100 days of school, we have a party. We also have our calendar. I teach many different things with calendar. Money, ordinal numbers, days of the week, shapes. I usually write a number sentence, a math sentence on here. We count by 5s, 10s, and 1s. We review shapes every day. That's a big part of our morning. Then we get out our math curriculum, which you will see in my PowerPoint. It is called Everyday Mathematics, and it's 1 lesson each day. Then we move on to our centers, which I already showed you, which are the art, word work, happy home, writing. We leave for recess. My class lines up over here. I have a line leader and I have a caboose. The line leader stands at the front, caboose stands at the back. We all line up here. I typically do not like them to line up on the front of the classroom, as some teachers wish, because there's so much for them to grab and to pull on, and it's just hard for them to not do that. So I take that challenge away from them and I line them up over here. They go to recess and lunch. That is the time that I can go to lunch as well. We have a read aloud. I usually sit in my rocking chair and the kids sit here on the carpet. Then we have our social studies, science, and health. That is typically an experiment of some type, a read aloud of some type, a writing project of some type. After that, we go to Encore, which you'll see in another video, I believe, the different classrooms. But if not, those we just all line up. We go, I take them, then I come back, and then that's when I use my desk the most, because I plan. I use that planning time to get things ready, to go home, to get folders to go home. We send homework home each week. We send a Tuesday folder home. That Tuesday folder has everything that's important for the week in it for parents to see and sign. In kindergarten, this is different. The other grades don't typically do this, but in kindergarten, we do have a snack every day. The snack is pre-packaged. We prepare it back here. We pass out napkins, and then the kids get to spend time eating while I read another story, and then it is time to go. So then when it's time to go, I have on the door over here the little pictures of the bus, the car, walking, and the daycare van. So I write their names on these, and that's how I know, and that's how if I had someone else come in my room, they would know how the student was to go home. We pack up, bus riders line up outside the classroom, and then it's time to go. So I want to thank you for taking a peek inside my classroom. Again, it would look much different if I had students in here. I use these big windows to put up student work or put up anchor charts that I use and make. Oh, my mailboxes. One last thing. These mailboxes are wonderful. So when a student is done with work, they come over and they put them in their assigned cubby. And that makes for at the end of the day, they can take their work out and put it in their backpacks, or I can keep it until I am ready to send it home with their families. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit into my world and to kindergarten. And I look forward to presenting my PowerPoint and letting you guys in on a little bit more of kindergarten. Okay, bye.